Okay, so today we're talking about a logarithm, which is something that I told you was on the EOC practice test that you do not know how to do. Well, today is the day. Now you're going to learn it. It's kind of cool. It is another way of writing exponents. Why do we even care? Scientists and statisticians use logarithms to take exponential things and take the log of it so that it gets smaller. Okay, that's the gist of it. So you can take something in logarithmic form and convert it to an exponent by going counterclockwise like this. You will see me draw an arrow like 50 times today. So this is the same thing as the exponential form of b raised to the x power is equal to a. So first thing today, we're just going to learn how to go back and forth between the two forms, okay? So starting off, we're going to go from log form to exponential, and I think you're going to see how this works. So we go loop-de-loop around the way. We go counterclockwise, okay? So whoop. And it is 3 to the second power is equal to 9. Is that true? Yeah. Okay. So all a log does is it tells you, like, how would this be written as an exponent? 3 to the second power is 9. Okay. So you notice I'm going to go around counterclockwise. This is log base b of a. So the little number at the bottom is your base, okay? Always. So start the 6 and then loop around counterclockwise, and it'll tell you how to write an exponential form. Base of 6 raised to the third power is 216. Is that correct? Yeah, because that's how you math. Okay. This might be one you've forgotten. Anything raised to the 0 power is 1. 7 raised to the 0 power is 1. So the big number, like that it's equal to, that actually ends up being your exponent. I know it's weird. Just stick with me. But it's going back and forth between two forms. It's easier to work with logarithms usually than it is to work with exponential form, because the numbers are so much smaller on exponents. I don't know. So we convert it to make it a little easier. Okay, base of 2 raised to the fourth power is 16. Okay, I'll put the answers on the board so you can check when you're done. Loop-de-loop. Okay, if you're a little rusty on these weird exponents here, okay? I'm trusting that you have it in the right form, but let's talk about why this actually makes sense. 4 raised to the negative 2 power is, okay, what do you do when you have a negative exponent? Send it to its room. It goes to the other side, right? So when I have 4 to the negative 2 power, it needs to go to the other side, and it becomes 1 over 4 squared, which is why this hopefully makes sense, 1 over 16, okay? Number 6 is, these are the fractional exponents that you convert to roots. And this is stuff that's on the EOC. Obviously stuff that's in this unit, so it'll be on your final exam. The bottom number tells you what kind of root to do. It's a 2, so what kind of root do we have? Square root. You take the square root of 9, and then you raise it to the third power. We've done this. It's just been a minute. So the square root of 9 is 3. 3 to the third is 27. Okay? Okay, so again, we'll loop-de-loop around to help us. That's my base. So log base 14 of 196 is equal to 2. If you draw the arrow, trust me, it's going to help you, because 14 squared is 196. All right, we're going to do number 9. I'm skipping number 8 right now. If I circle around, this is kind of a weird one. It is log base 12 of 12, it's fine, is equal to 1. Because 12 to the first power is 12. You're just rewriting. Loop-de-loop. Log base 3 of 81 equals 4. Log base 36. 6. Log base 2. So we are going to use our knowledge of exponents to evaluate the logs. What we're trying to figure out is what is this equal to? So we'll say equal to x, and then we're going to write it in exponential form and figure out, okay, what does the exponent need to be? So if I loop-de-loop around counterclockwise, then it is 7 to the x power is equal to 49. What does that number need to be? 2. 7 squared is equal to 49. So there you go. Okay? Okay. So I'd say this is equal to x. Loop around. 3 to what power is 27? 3 to the third. Yep. Good job. You can guess and check in a calculator, like raise 3 to the third power and just make sure, or you can use a perfect chart. It's all fine. Okay, number 15. There's something weird happening on number 15. What do you notice? There is no base. Oh, no. Okay, look at the top of the page. Do you see how it says common logarithm? Let's read it. Reading's fun. Okay, a logarithm with base 10 is called a common logarithm and can be written without a base. So because base 10 is the most common logarithm that we use, in fact, on your calculator, do you see how it says a button log? Most of us just have one of them. That's log base 10. Okay, because it has to have a base, we use base 10 most often. So log base 10 of x can be written without the base. We just say log x, okay? So when you see on number 15, log 100, what it actually is log base 10. Oh, wow, that's super tiny. Sorry, I'm zoomed in. Write it a little bigger. Log base 10 of 100 is equal to something. So log, go around the bend, 10 to the something power is 100. What is it? 2. And I believe if you type in log 100 in your calculator, I think it's going to tell you what it is. It'll tell you it's 2 because it has a base of 10. Does that always work? No, but because it's a base of 10, it does. Yeah? Sweet. All right, can you please, we'll do number 16. I'll have you try the rest, or at least we'll try 17, 18. So equals x. 12 to some power is equal to 1. This is the one from the front page you may have forgotten. The 0. Anything to the 0 power is 1. Okay, can you please try 17, 18? I mean, you can try and continue on 19, 20. They're just kind of weird. I expect I'll have to talk about those with you. So for sure, 17, 18. See if you can figure it out. You can use that little chart. What is that? I think 2 to the 5th is 32. Is that right? I think so. Okay, 2 to what power is 64? What'd you figure out? 6. Very good. And 3 to what power is 243? 5. Okay, awesome. The next one, a little tricky. So we've got it equal to x, and now we'll loop around, rewrite it. 9 to some power is 1 over 81. Okay, I hope that you know that there's a relationship between 9 and 81. Let's focus on that. 9 raised to the second power is 81, but it got flipped and now it's a fraction. So what does it need to be? Negative 2. And if you are not following me, I will write it out for you. Okay, remember, rules of exponents. If I have a negative exponent, what do?
Put it away.
Send it to its room. Send it to the other side. 1 over 9 squared becomes positive, which is why it's 1 over 81. Okay? Number 20, kind of, strange. Because, hopefully you notice, it gets smaller. 64 to some power is 4. What? This is a root, and I know that because it's getting smaller, okay? It has done a root of some kind. So I'm going to do the cube root. Oh, sorry, hold on. Cube root of 64, which would get me 4. Okay, how do you represent a cube root as an exponent? Do you remember? It's a fraction. The 3 goes in the denominator. So it is 1/3. Do you remember that? Maybe? Okay. And you can check it in your calculator. X to the 64 to the 1/3 power, that's the same thing as the cube root of 64. So what the change of base formula says is if I have log base b of a, I can do log of a divided by log of b, and then my lovely little calculator will solve it for me. And it's beautiful. All these is what we're doing is we're putting it in base 10 form and then using base 10 to divide each of these, okay? So could you do it in your head? Maybe. It would potentially take a long time, like look at number 21. I think you could get there, it's just tricky. So log 64 divided by log 16. And for my people who are doing the EOC, and if you can't figure it out, you use change of base. So log 64 divided by log 16 is something.